All right, here we are once again back. We're rocking the mic on KQCK Radio, heard exclusively and worldwide on KQCK.com. What a great day we're having. We're very excited to have one of the premier people that I grew up listening to, Miss Charlotte Caffey of the Go-Go's, and I can't wait to get her on the phone here in about a minute or so. Brian Shank hanging here with you. Joe Carrero hanging across the board here. We're having a good time, Joe. I can't wait for this interview.
Oh, it's going to be fantastic.
Absolutely. Charlotte Caffey joining us right now from the Go-Go's, one of the original members going all the way back to 1978. As a matter of fact, 33 years ago yesterday, the release of Beauty and the Beat, one of the greatest albums I ever had as a kid, was released. Oh. Let's bring her on the show. Charlotte, how are you doing today?
I'm really good. How about you, Brian?
I'm doing excellent. Joe is across the board from us. Say hi to Joe.
Hey, Joe. How you doing?
Good. Hello, Charlotte.
One of my favorite Jimi Hendrix songs there. Hey, Joe. So, Charlotte, it's an honor to have you here. Like I said, we're longtime fans. You know, we're in our 40s here, and we enjoy the music you brought to us through all those years. And I remember one great story I have to make sure I share, and I'll never forget it. I used to grow up at my sister's house when I was a kid, and I was about 10 years old in 1981. And I had a little micro cassette recorder, and when they had Solid Gold come on, I would put the thing up to the TV, because back in those days we didn't have computers and whatnot, and I would record that. And I remember the two songs I always made sure I recorded. One was We Got the Beat and Jesse's Girl by Rick Springfield. So I just wanted to make sure that you knew that you were a big part of my preteen years.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that story. Thanks.
You're welcome. So what's going on with you? You guys are celebrating 33 years of Beauty and the Beat. That's a great accomplishment right there. I mean, does it seem like it's been that long, Charlotte?
You know, it really doesn't. I mean, it's just so weird when you look back on, you know, first of all, we're so happy that, you know, people are so excited to see us, and they bring their kids, and there's a whole new generation, and, you know, being introduced to us. But, you know, the years have gone by, and it's just like, you know, some of us are moms, and we have kids, and, you know, it's a pretty interesting, amazing life, and we're really proud of Beauty and the Beat. I mean, it's, you know, that album really held up, is all I can say. The songs and everything. So it's really been it's a great fun tour we're doing right now. So with very focused on the songs. Yeah,
absolutely. And you know, the other thing is too, is if we go back 30 years ago or whatever, when albums and vinyl were basically the thing to listen to music on, and I still have my record player at home. I've got a ton of albums. I go to used record shops all the time and buy stuff that I had 30 years ago, and for some reason I don't have them anymore, Charlotte. But Beauty and the Beat is definitely in my collection, and I'll tell you something. The one thing I really liked about albums in general back then was the cover art. I mean, you know, when you saw a cover of an album, it really made or break you. And the ones that you guys did, wearing the towel, wearing the makeup, the towels on your heads and everything, tremendous. I thought it was excellent marketing skills, and like you said, it still holds up today.
Well, it's funny because we didn't want to wear, like, you know, identifiable clothes of the year we made the record. We kind of thought, what if we just wore all the same thing, and came up with the idea, you know, Belinda, I think, came up with Beauty and the Beat, the concept for the title, and then we came up with the idea for the masks and towels, and it just was so odd and weird and off the wall that we loved it. You know, we thought, this is so weird, you know. It was like completely not like anything we've ever seen. So that's something that for sure, and we had a lot of fun at that photo session because we put this stuff on our face, and we couldn't really laugh because it would start cracking. So we'd have to say, stop making me laugh, and everyone would tell jokes and stuff, and we were all laughing. We had to keep piling on the face mask, so it was pretty funny.
That's great. You know, I wish one day you guys would perform, I should say you ladies would perform a concert in the towels and the makeup. That'd be great. Unfortunately, maybe during the solo of Our Lips Are Sealed or something, maybe one of those towels may have fallen down. That's probably not a good idea, huh? I mean, probably
not. Yeah, that's probably not.
Yeah. No, we're just having some fun here on Rockin' the Mic. We're speaking to Charlotte Caffey right here on Rockin' the Mic on KQCK Radio. You know, we're in Santan Valley, Arizona, not very far from Scottsdale, which on Wednesday, July 23rd, you will be performing at the Talking Stick Casino. Have you ever played Talking Stick before? Do you know?
We have. We did it, I think, was it last year or the year before? But yes, we did. And I remember because there was this big windstorm that happened, and I was sitting in my hotel room going, whoa. Like you guys have down there, it was like, oh my God, this is like intense. So I remember that.
Oh, the one thing about that I always recall with people in Arizona and stuff like that is that the windstorms out here, people are so surprised in what we get, and the dust storms are like, oh my God, I've been through some rainstorms and some blizzards back home, but these windstorms and dust storms are absolutely ridiculous, and they do shake the walls, that's for sure.
Yeah, it was quite shocking, It was like, oh my God, this is real intense.
Well, hopefully we won't have any dust storms for you when you come out here in a couple of weeks, and I know we're looking forward to it. I know that I'm going to be there for that show, and I got to tell you one thing before we go on with the interview and everything. Your people that represent you through your marketing firm and your PR department, they're absolutely tremendous. Ann Watkins is fantastic. She's been so great at accommodating us to getting you here on our fine radio station and getting a chance to talk to you about your career. So I just want to let you know that you have some tremendous people working for and with you. So I just wanted to point that out.
That's so great because we just changed management about 3 months ago, and we're really just loving all the people. We're in New York right now at their offices, and it's a really, really cool bunch of people. We love it. We love them.
Yeah,
Thank you.
they're
great. Let them know you said so.
Please do. Yeah, we're recording the interview on video, so I know we're going to hopefully have this up on your official Facebook page. 100,000 or so people are part of that, and I know we want to get this up there and let everybody see that because I know a lot of people are excited about the Go-Go's coming back out. And now, there's something, a little bit of confusion here, I think, on some people's minds, is that it shows that you're touring in the summer with Naked Eyes, another great band. Promises, Promises, always something there to remind me. Patty Smythe of Scandal, The Warrior, Goodbye to You. And then also Martha Davis, that is, of The Motel, Suddenly Last Summer, Only the Lonely. Now, at the Scottsdale show at Talking Stick, it only shows you and her, Martha Davis, that is performing. Is that a little oversight, or are all 4 bands playing every single show you guys go out and do?
I think that's still the Replay America touring that we're doing that day, so that might be an oversight, yeah.
Okay.
And no, I mean I don't know, but I think we're all playing. That's what I thought, but don't hold me to it. Just that that's what I think.
We're holding it to you, Charlotte. You better have them all there. We're going to have some problems now.
God, I better fly them out. Yeah.
That's awesome. No, you have a tremendous tour schedule ahead of you and everything, and going into 2015 here, relatively in about 5 months, that clock keeps ticking and everything. Have you and the girls ever sat down and said, how long do you want to carry this, girls? How long do you want to keep going? Is there a time limit? Is there a set date that you want to say, okay, the Go-Go's have gone? I mean, is there anything like that? Or is it, hey, let's just keep going. We're healthy. We're happy. We're getting along. We're drawing the crowds. We're making people happy. Let's keep going until we can't go anymore.
It's more like that, yeah, because you just, there's no way. I mean, we've thought about it in the past, and I think at one point we decided, okay, we're going to stop, and then we didn't. It was just kind of like you just have to kind of go with the feeling of everything, and we really enjoy our fans and enjoy playing, and if people, we uplift people, and I think it's important these days to have some uplifting moments in your life.
Without a doubt. And you're talking about New York City and everything. Beauty and the Beat was recorded at Penny Lane Studios, I believe, there in New York City.
Actually, we recorded at 3 different studios. We recorded at Penny Lane.
Oh, yeah.
We recorded in the Brill Building, and we recorded in Studio C of the record plant, where John Lennon did all of his recordings. And it was an amazing time because, obviously we hadn't, recorded anything, and to be able to be in such prestigious studios, it was just so cool, and it was a really cool time of our careers. Yeah,
and unfortunately, right around that time, we lost John Lennon, so that had to have been some sort of, a little bit there. I remember,
very, very sad. We were all saddened.
Yeah, I still can't believe it's been 34 years since he's been gone, but, his music still lives on today, and so did the Go-Go's music. We're speaking to Charlotte Caffey of the Go-Go's, and, I just watched Behind the Music a couple weeks ago, and I love those shows because it's not just some guys coming out there talking about the bands. It's the actual bands telling their side of the story on camera in their own words. And I don't think a lot of fans really knew some of the turmoil and some of the bumps in the road that the Go-Go's had as a unit and independently between certain various things in their lives. How did it all come about that you eventually said, okay, you know what? We were great. We still are. let's kick things back into high gear here and make it happen. Was there some egos that had to be swallowed? Was there some pride had to be put on the back shelf?
Just growing up some, I mean, over the years, and recognizing how special the thing we have is, and appreciating that. It's just a change of attitude a little bit. Everyone changed their attitudes, and really, and that's how we operate today, and of course, back in the day, people wanted to portray us. We didn't, but other people wanted to portray us as innocent, fun, America's sweethearts, whatever. And you have a bunch of human beings, so everyone's going to have their trials and tribulations. And in a band, especially, as we all have seen over the years of behind the music or behind the scenes in different bands, everyone has trials and tribulations.
Right. That's a great point there. I remember Eddie Van Halen once said that he wrote "Finish What You Started," which is one of his songs off the OU 812 album. He said he sat down and wrote it in about 15 minutes from beginning to end. And I'm curious, since you are the writer of "We Got the Beat," 2 minutes and 36 seconds of just absolutely great 80s music and in your face, and great guitar, great bass, great drums and everything, vocals. How long did it take you to write "We Got the Beat"?
5 minutes.
I love it. But that's how great songs are written,
Well, if you're being a writer, that you're really channeling something. I mean, it's like it just kind of. I'm not sure. It doesn't. I can't force it to happen. It happens when it happens.
Sure.
And that song just came to me. Boom! I put it down on a little tape recorder and brought it to the band, and that was how quick it was.
When it was like the tape recorder I had recording Solid Gold with your music back then.
Maybe. Maybe.
It's great stuff, though, because when we look back and we see the songs, they're such a staple today. And like you mentioned earlier, too, Charlotte, that there's different generations who are enjoying your music today, younger kids and whatnot, especially my daughter, who I promised to say, my 17-year-old daughter, Audrey, I promised to say, because she told me this, she says, "Dad, make sure you tell them I love their music." So my 17-year-old...
How old is she?
17.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yep.
That's fantastic.
And she loves me. And my other daughter plays lead guitar. She's 14. She's awesome. So
it's funny. I have to jump
amazing.
in. I have to jump in here and say my wife, her band does We've Got the Beat.
Yep. She was just telling me that.
The real question I have is, that's right.
That's so cool.
We hear your music all the time. Have you ever gone out to a karaoke bar and done your own music?
Haha.
No, I never have.
Really? We had some bands that have said they've done that before. That Loverboy.
That's kind of funny. Maybe I'll have to go try it now that you mentioned it.
Yeah, Mike Reno of Loverboy said he went and did that, and the guys were like, "Boy, you're really good, man. You sound just like him."
That's funny.
That is funny. All right, Charlotte, I know we don't have a lot of time left because I know you're on a strict schedule, and we do appreciate your time immensely. I know we got a few more minutes based on what we talked about earlier. I want to ask you some interesting questions, too. What's the oddest thing that anybody has ever asked you to sign for an autograph?
God, I mean, it's been pretty mundane and boring, like normal stuff. There's been nothing out of the ordinary that I can think of.
No? Okay. I know a lot of people said, like, my prosthetic leg, one guy told me. I can't remember who it was, stuff
nothing
like
that.
Oh, okay. All right. And if let's say this now, if you could be in any other band just for, like, one concert, what band would that be?
The first band that comes to mind is the Killers.
Ooh.
I love them.
Yeah. Great band.
Love them.
Yeah.
They're amazing.
I could see you jamming out to some of their songs. That'd be great. Yeah, I like to see. You can see that tonight's special only. Charlotte Caffey joining the Killers. I would love to see that. That'd be great. All right. Hey, if you were going to the electric chair and you had one last meal that you could have, what would that meal be?
Pizza and chocolate cake.
I like it. I think I had that last night, actually, but I didn't go to the chair. So that's great stuff. And let me ask you another question here. There's always, I think every artist like yourself and the girls have one song that they say, boy, I wish I wrote that one. Do you have one that you wish you wrote?
Oh, my gosh. One that I wish I wrote. There's so many. I don't know. I mean, there occasionally, I'll think of something like, "Gosh, I wish I wrote that," but nothing's coming to my mind right now. Like, trying to think. I don't know.
I put you on the spot there, didn't I?
You did. You put me on the spot, and I'm thinking, like, oh my God, there's so many of them I wish I wrote, but right at the moment, they're not coming to my mind.
Oh,
I might be a little fried from doing interviews all day.
No,
That
that's okay. I know there's so many of them, like you said. And I know when you hear a song, you're like, boy, I wish I wrote that. So I know in spirit. Yeah, in spirit. And then another question for you. If you had about 10 minutes that you could sit down with anybody, living or dead, who would that person be?
John Lennon.
Ah, that's a good answer. I like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What would you say to John right off the bat?
I think I would tell him how important he was in my life and how important he still is in my life. That's what I would say.
Absolutely. Yeah, the Beatles spirit.
You know, it's amazing to me how often we get that same, that same answer, Imagine or John Lennon.
Right.
I mean, wow.
Yeah. Well, because he was brilliant and made a huge difference in the world. Oh gosh, I'm just getting the sign right now.
Got to wrap it up. That's okay. Listen, we appreciate the time, and I'll tell you something right now. Don't forget, everybody, Wednesday night, July 23rd at the Talking Stick Casino in Scottsdale, Arizona. The Go-Go's and all the greats like Naked Eyes, Scandal, the Motels, they're going to be there rocking your butts off. And one last thing, Charlotte, you want to say anything to the fans out there who are listening right now?
Please come to the show. You'll have so much fun. It'll be a blast.
Awesome. I look forward to seeing you guys there and getting a chance, hopefully, to say hi to you in person, too, okay?
Okay, thanks.
Thanks, Charlotte. We appreciate your time. Have a great one and be safe out there.
Okay, you too.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, there you go. Charlotte Caffey of the Go-Go's. She says she's been doing a lot of interviews today, and that's great because, some of these bands, Joe, like we talk about, I mean, they're out there touring almost every night. They've got a show, and some of the bands that they're connected with, like the Motels and Scandal and some of the 80s groups like this, it's tremendous. I love going back in time with these girls.
Oh, absolutely.
Now, what is your favorite song by the Go-Go's? Do you have one that just you're like, I love that song?
I was always listening to We Got the Beat like everyone else. Yeah. I mean, I was one of the fans for sure. Yeah.
Every time I hear, and I meant to say this to Charlotte when she was on the phone, but every time I hear We Got the Beat on the radio or whatever, I always think about Fast Times at Ridgemont High, because in the beginning, in the beginning of the movie, the Universal Globe comes up and it's and it's just, that's how the movie starts. The credits, some of the stuff in the back, the extras on the screen, the the titles and everything for the movie. That's just the first thing I think of when I hear We Got the Beat is Spicoli and the boys on Fast Times at Ridgemont High. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the interview there with Charlotte. If you have any questions or comments about that, you can always send them to us at Brian, Brian, at KQCK Radio.com, and also Joe at KQCKRadio.com. And we appreciate you tuning us in each and every time here on KQCK. And don't forget, Rockin' the Mic. We try to bring it to you as much as we can. Go to our website. Go to our Facebook page. It's all right there, KQCKLive.com, KQCK Radio on Facebook. It's easy to find. Go join us. Get all the up-to-date information. Whenever we have something to bring to you, we will do that through Facebook and Twitter and Hootsuite and everything else. Joe does a tremendous job with his staff here, and we appreciate you listening today to Rockin' the Mic. So we're going to go ahead and get out of here, but we do thank you once again for listening to the show. Joe C., thanks for sitting in with me, man. I always appreciate it.
Always a pleasure to listen.
All right, we're coming right back with some more music right here on KQCK Radio. Don't go away.
Hi, Marie here for wannasing.com. Are you looking for professional DJ or